very much to offer us a chance once again to present about our work. And thank you. We are the group 5 last year in the diploma technology class, and our title is the on-site solution for water and electricity supply in floating villages of Tonle Sap Lake, Cambodia. And thanks to Vigasi Sensei, we also finished our one paper for our conference. So I hope that you can understand our presentation and share the good comments with us. And our outline includes 6 parts. The first one and second one is background and objective and the goal. The third one, the main part, is the technology core solution, including the bamboo floating house, water supply system, energy supply system. The fourth part, technology implementation, 5 future challenges, and the references. Yeah, we start with our background. I think everyone clearly understand about the situation, so I just go very briefly some basic information about Tonle Sap. This one is the research area, which you clearly understand, so I think I don't need to talk about it anymore. One special thing is that when we was looking for information on the internet, especially from Google, we found out that the structure of the villages is very various from each other. As you can see from this picture, this part is the land, and this one is the lake area. And we can see that all the main roads start from here, and from here, and this point, and this point is the starting point of villages. And we also figure out the different structure of the villages. For example, this is the most typical structure, where the floating village start from the end of the road. The other one is that the floating houses is located according to the bank of the lake. And the last one is the house with the column. I will explain it later on. And our brainstorming progress, which figure out some main problem of this Tonle Sap Lake, which is transportation, infrastructure, economy, wastewater management, energy supply and housing, water supply. And we decided to focus on housing, which integrate with energy supply and water supply. We focus on the main object, which is the floating house, integrate with the water solution and energy solution. And this is our main objectives. Our main objective is to integrate the on-site water and electricity supply system. Specific objects is understanding the situation of the Tonle Sap Lake, especially the floating villages, and propose the newly designed floating structure, and to develop on-site solutions that utilize natural resource. Here is wind and rain harvesting. Here our targeting to the sustainable target, we focus on the local resources integrated into existing structure, water, electricity supply, and housing. Now, this is the main part. I'm going to present about floating bamboo houses, and my friend Johan will present about water supply and energy supply. I'm starting with the floating house. This is our classification of the situation in the village. We classify the first category, which is column house and floating house. The column house is very, I think, it's very popular, famous in the floating area, which where the house is located on the column. And the other one is the floating house, where the house is floating on the water. according to the quality, we can classify by the low quality, normal quality, and high quality. And yeah, the next one is classified by category, the type of building. We can see the residential, school, retail store, even church, temple, and interestingly, even entertainment. And because we decided to focus only on the residential building, so we get all the data, and we figure out that the plan of the residential floating house is can be classified according to 5 types like this, which we have the main space, 1 toilet, and another small area which can be the balcony in the house, and we classify different types of building. That's overview of the floating villages, and now I'm going to focus on our solution. This is, you can see, a very beautiful picture of the floating villages in the Tonle Sap Lake. We start with some references where we collect last year. This is very famous floating house in Nigeria. We can see that most of the material is made by wood, and they use the local material, which can be cheap and also can be handmade, which in order for the local people to afford it. This is the first building is a school where they try to attract people to come, and then later they will develop and expand their idea. And the next one is another design in Vietnam. Material is different from the previous one. All of the house is made by bamboo, and also you can see the material and technology is very simple and cheap. So it's very suitable with the poor people in the floating area. This one is designed for the people locating in the middle of Vietnam. Can you go to the next? And now I'm going to focus on our solution. This is our proposal for the floating house. We decided to focus on only energy supply, which is wind belt. We use the new technology, which is called wind belt. We plug the wind belt on the roof to harvest the wind energy. And another one is rain harvesting, also from the roof. And you can see that when the roof opens like this, allow the wind go through the roof, and we plug our wind belt in this part. So the wind belt will generate energy from the wind. This roof is designed according to the theory of the venturi tube. When the wind goes through the venturi tube, the speed of the wind will increase. So that's why we can magnify the energy power for the floating house. And I'm going to explain more about our plan. There are one main part of the floating house. Another one is a yacht. I'm going to explain about this yacht later on. The transportation area is minimum to houses, so we can utilize the other area. The house includes the 1 main spaces, including 1 living room and 1 kitchen. So people, after they cook here, they can come here in the living room to eat. So this living room also can be considered like the dining room. There are 2 bedrooms, 1 master bedroom for the couple, for the parents, and the other room is for children. We also have another room for, this one is for toilet, and this one is for the store. We integrate the rain harvesting tank to store the rainwater, and I think you know this one is another technology for the floating toilet. Can you go to the next one? The material of the building is made by bamboo. According to this is the local material, and it's cheap and can be handled by people. This is the bamboo, the structure of our wind belt. Actually, this is the one wind belt. And actually, one wind belt is not enough for the whole energy, so we have to make the pan of the wind belt, which includes 6 small wind belts to generate energy for the building. And this one is our model of this floating. This is one single structure. In the first phase, we will develop this structure as an example for the people in this area, and then we will develop the local people build by themselves. It means people can make the house by themselves according to our training. And you can see that there are 2 floating houses connect together and they can share one yard. So this one will be the common space. And many houses can be connected together. So we have